With Carefree tampons, I can do whatever I like.
I'm gonna do just what I wanna do, 'cause I'm feeling free to be just what I wanna be.
Carefree tampons, simply no better protection.
The 8th World Netball Championship, held in Sydney over the first 2 weeks of July 1991, proved that the sport's grassroots appeal had made a spectacular leap and that the game had become a major international spectator event. Tens of thousands witnessed matches live, with a sellout crowd of over 10,000 cramming the Sydney Entertainment Centre for the final between Australia and New Zealand on Saturday, July 13. Viewers in more than 10 countries caught the action live via satellite or by delayed telecast over the fortnight of the championship and in the weeks immediately after. 20 nations took part, the top 4 seeds being New Zealand, Australia, England and Jamaica. The Silver Ferns of New Zealand were the reigning champions after their success in Glasgow in 1987. At the bottom end of the seedings, newcomers Namibia, Vanuatu, Western Samoa and the Cayman Islands may not have expected to win the title, but like the other lower-ranking teams, the championship provided a great opportunity for them to show their skills at the highest level. The championship was divided into 2 pools of 10 teams each, with the top 2 outfits in each pool going through to the semi-finals. As could be expected, a number of matches were distinctly lopsided, but one of the Pool A encounters not only showed the intensity of top-level competition, it also foreshadowed the fact that the Kiwis would have to be at their best to retain their title. It happened on Saturday, July 6 at the State Sports Centre and brought New Zealand together with number 4 seed Jamaica. We joined the match with 9 minutes remaining and New Zealand leading 57-53.
New Zealand breaking away again. Just under 9 minutes left. They lead by 4. Carter.
Contact on the arm defence, pass or shot.
Carter again. Oh. Tracy O. What can you say? Well, that could be the one that breaks Jamaica's back, but McDonald puts one in the blink of an eye.
Jamaica try to haul one back as the ball comes into McDonald, quickly popped in.
Contact, pass or shot.
It's with Carter to make the difference 5.
And I hesitate to say the tide turning against Jamaica because every time we've said it, they've come back with tremendous courage.
Marva Lindsay to take the free pass.
Good ball to Francis, up to McDonald.
59-55. Jamaica won't lie down. They're giving away a lot of contacts, though. Umpire doesn't hear.
Time.
Lindsay calling for time. She's got a little knock on the face. I don't think the State Sports Centre has had noise like this since the Sydney Kings were here a year or so ago. You've got the Kiwis on one side, everybody else on the other. They're having a whale of a time watching the best game of the tournament. We're right on halfway through this final quarter, and Tracy Earl makes the difference 5. It should be a winning break, but Jamaica are capable of coming back so quickly.
Good break from Francis.
McDonald, front position on Dillimore. And the Jamaicans need a couple of turnovers. Can you see an area on the court where they can force them?
Well, I think they're going to have to make sure that they restrict the contacts for a start because they've been heavy against them. Pretty well they need a full defensive effort. Everybody on court has to sit nice and tight, one-on-one, keep their heads up at the ball and come forward onto it.
Tracy Earl brought right to the post to take that free shot. Patterson. Francis. McDonald, strong hands.
For example, Notavar was undefended then from that centre. They really need to keep the pressure on each Kiwi player on court.
Here's a chance. Must convert. Edge. Read it from a mile away. Carter. That's why she's billed as the best centre in the world. Sandra Edge.
And blistering speed from Edge, who read the play, offloads to Notavar, the drive from Carter.
McDonald offloads to Francis. 62-58. Just under 6 minutes to go in this thriller. Earl. It's the Kiwis up by 4. Nuval. Carter. Taylor, the defender. And Peterson brings down the rebound.
They'll need to make this one drop in goal, otherwise time will beat Jamaica.
Taylor, Francis, McDonald makes a move. Jamaican ball.
Jamaica.
Lewis Wall reluctantly gives it to Patterson.
Contact.
Dillimore gave away the contact in the circle. McDonald, wasn't a great shot, but it counts.
We're getting pretty picky. If it drops through, it's through.
Yeah, well, it hit the ring. McDonald.
That's 2.
(62-60). Under 5 minutes left.
Crucial play for New Zealand. Must drop for Earl.
Jamaica must convert every centre pass they have. Patterson. McDonald. New Zealand's ball. McDonald furious that the pass wasn't inch perfect. And really, what an intercept. Connie Francis gave away the contact, says Chris Burton.
Well, that's the most we've seen McDonald move. What an answer, and spoilt by Francis.
Edge drives down to Earl. Nuval. Back to Carter, to Manu. Edge. Kiwis don't have to hurry. They're in the driving seat with a lead of 3. Carter. Fair way from goal. But what a shot. A swisher. Three and a half minutes left. New Zealand by 4.
And Carter's stats haven't been impressive for this last quarter, but very cool under the pressure of the last 3.5 minutes.
Redpath asks for it to be taken again. Carter misses off New Zealand hands. A contact from Peterson, costly. 3 minutes is not much time to pull back 5 against the world champions. Francis. Taylor comes up to take the pass. Patterson. McDonald. Oh, had to chase it in for the rebound. I think she knew it was a poor shot. Third attempt. I think the message here, Anne, is that should Australia meet Jamaica in the semi-finals, they're in for a heck of a game.
Well, it's not too subtle a message. It's pretty clear that we've got two brilliant teams on court, either of whom have the capacity to win the world title.
66-61. Patterson being urged to take it quickly by McDonald. How does she keep her balance stretching back like that? She's quite an athlete. She's on a basketball scholarship at West Texas University.
For the difference, and just over 2 minutes remaining, Jamaica will have to pull something pretty sensational out to get the lead.
McDonald had to wait for support to come up. Now it's there.
The long shot.
A bit closer. That was an air ball. Contact against McDonald. Tamanu. Edge. Losing her feet was Lindsay. Carter. This could be the clincher.
That'll do it.
67-62. Only a minute and a half to go. New Zealand have to be home. Jamaica need a miracle. Johnson. McDonald.
Only 2 points a goal will save Jamaica, and that's the wrong sport.
It was Dillimore's hand that sent it out, but she's used up valuable seconds. The coach will be pleased enough with that. A touch over a minute left. New Zealand by 4. Peterson for Jamaica. Patterson had to go to McDonald.
But whose hands is it off is a question.
Dillimore. New Zealand's ball. Tamanu. Edge. Carter. Plenty of time. Carter drives across the back line. Well, Jamaica defending well, but New Zealand happy to absorb the time.
Contact on the arm. That's a shot.
Oh, Tracy Earl
And an
gets a
extra
little
one
shoulder.
after the penalty.
Peterson gets a warning from
And
Sheila
another
Redpath.
That's 2 warnings. That's her third for the match.
Lindsay. Oh, that's it. Connie Francis lets one go out. Dillimore, timekeeper on her feet.
And New Zealand making it very clear they want to regain this title.
Time is called. What a thriller. Outstanding game. And the big crowd here at the State Sports Centre gives both teams a big hand. Wonderful game. New Zealand holding on against the determined Jamaica. New Zealand winning 68-63.
The championship continued throughout the next week and brought the occasional shock result. However, at the completion of the pool matches, it was the top seeds who played their way into the semi-finals. In Pool A, New Zealand headed the table, followed by Jamaica. The Cook Islands lived up to their number 5 seeding, whilst Canada performed solidly throughout. Australia dominated Pool B ahead of Apache England, whilst number 19 seeds Western Samoa were the real surprise packets, finishing 4th in the pool. That made it Australia to play Jamaica in one semi-final, with the favourites New Zealand taking on England in the other. We now join that match into the final quarter, with the Kiwis leading a disappointing England by 20.
10 minutes left in this match. England trail by 20. It's 48-28. They went with New Zealand through the second quarter. It was 9 goals apiece. New Zealand started to take control again in the third. And 20 goals in a low-scoring match with 10 minutes to go is going to be plenty, Anne.
Yes, New Zealand, the dominant one tonight. We were expecting a margin perhaps this wide, but it hasn't been all impressive from New Zealand. I think Australia and Jamaica will probably sit back and think, yes, we can beat this team.
Punched out by Fiona Murtagh. Wing defence for England. He's doing a little two-step in the corner there. But again, Hodgson steps away from the goal line to get the ball in. England win it, though. Fogarty, Fairweather, who's come on in this last quarter for Alison Keat as the new centre for England. Bryan. Dillimore out to Tamanu. Hodgson.
Advantage instruction, wing defence. Advantage offside centre.
Lever, who replaced Carter.
She puts the fake up to draw the jump, but all she draws is a held ball call from Maureen Boyle.
Jesslyn Parks to Murtagh.
And Stow under pressure from Tamanu. New Zealand draw the throw in.
Tamanu to Wall.
Advantage instruction, wing. Contact, goal shooter.
8 minutes left. The lead is still 20. We look at the results from the series that New Zealand played with England earlier this year, and they were low-scoring games. New Zealand never getting above 60. So I guess we shouldn't be surprised that it hasn't been a high-scoring game.
No, and that's a compliment to the defence from both teams that the score is kept low and implies that there's a pressure getting into the circle.
Contact, wing defence.
And certainly it shouldn't be a runaway. We have the number 1 and number 3 seeds in the championships playing off in this semi-final. Australia and Jamaica waiting in the wings to decide the second berth.
Instruction, both decide.
Australia may have started this tournament as favourites, but as the fortnight went on, and New Zealand gathered momentum, they started to look a bit awesome. Perhaps, if anything, Australia would be encouraged by the fact that England, in patches, have held the Kiwis.
Yes, I think it has been encouraging for Australia to watch this match. The world champs can make errors like everybody else and have let the pressure off on several occasions during the game.
Kendra Lowe, the England captain, to Fairweather.
But I guess the point is, Steve, New Zealand will be in the final and Australia have yet to get there.
Fogarty. Still the lead is 20. Lever. It must be interesting to people watching international netball to know that after 9 or 10 games, the starting 7 for the top 2 or 3 sides is still not settled. But New Zealanders still face this problem with do they put in Lever or Carter. Australia's 7 has been open to conjecture for a lot of the fortnight.
On the whistle.
Under 6 minutes to go. 49-29. England trail. Well, it's hard to, I guess, draw satisfaction from an effort when it's still going to be the game that puts you out of the World Championship. But England, as we've mentioned, times have looked the goods. Bryan. Stow. And Fogarty. Oh, that pass was threaded through nicely. Splitting Tamanu and Dillimore. Bryan doing well to keep it in.
Bryan finishing strongly with 6 from 7. And in the break, Tamanu laying down the law for New Zealand. I'm sure she'll want to finish strongly in the last 5 minutes of this semi-final. Well, the English defence trying desperately to make that a Lever sandwich. Leonie Lever will get the penalty pass or shot. No doubt she'll choose the shot. Doesn't drop for her, though.
Kendra Lowe battling it out to the last.
Advantage contact outside. Advantage offside.
Edge.
And this is unimpressive from New Zealand. 7 apiece in this final quarter. I would have expected them to run away with it.
And where was this England defensive effort in the first 10 minutes, Anne?
Watching.
Earl. Easy to be critical, I suppose, of New Zealand for parts of their play, but they're still going to win it by 20-odd. They've done what they had to, and let's make the final. Under 4 minutes to go.
And I guess it's just natural for people to weigh up fors and against and who's looking the better, but it's going to come down to how people wake up tomorrow, the morning of the final, and who plays better netball in that one match.
Tamanu. Edge. Earl. Hodson.
Holding call against Parks. Use of the arm to keep New Zealand off the ball. Both out reluctantly.
3 minutes left.
And that's a couple back-to-back for the Kiwis. They want to make it 3.
Lever to Earl. Lead at three-quarter time was 18. It's 20 now.
The pass over the top, well timed to Lever.
Fogarty, Fairweather. Fogarty working a 1-2 with Stow. 2 minutes to go. Joan Bryan. And New Zealand having trouble building on that lead of 20. Edge. From Invercargill. Who spent most of her life in the North Island of New Zealand.
Well played, Tracy Earl. She didn't like the pass. Well, Tracy Earl will shake her head at this pass from Lever, who puts it right off the baseline. Earl hauls it in, uses the other hand for the shot.
Edge, another long ball to Earl. Can't keep it in this time, let alone shoot. Jesslyn Parks. With a minute and 15 seconds to go, New Zealand are going to be into the final to defend the championship they won in Glasgow 4 years ago. Fairweather. Fogarty. Stow. Bryan. Dillimore the rebound. Intercept from Murtagh. Fairweather. Credit to England. They're battling it right down to the last whistle, which isn't far away, I can tell you.
And the crowd has been absolutely delighted by a couple of Murtagh's challenges in this final quarter.
The whistle wall for New Zealand.
And New Zealand won't match Australia's win against England, but doesn't really mean much. The margin doesn't matter. They've found that final.
New Zealand undefeated through this tournament. 9 round-robin games and a semi-final. Timekeeper gets up. Joan Bryan to Fogarty. Joan Bryan. Tamanu the rebound. Wall. And time is blown by Maureen Boyle. And there it is, 53-33.
Well, a disjointed performance from New Zealand as they retired to the sidelines to watch the match that would determine their opponents for the final. Australia were marginal favourites, but Jamaica had shown in their pool match against the Kiwis that it wouldn't be a walkover. We pick up the action early in the fourth quarter with Australia up by 6.
52 plays 46. And Patricia McDonald screaming there when the umpiring decision went against her. And this is Dalwood for Australia. O'Donnell looking for Wilson. And Vicky Wilson with her great skill. And she'll get a nice free shot here. 53 plays 46. So it's a big ask for the Jamaicans, but remember they were trailing by 9 against New Zealand and drew level in the final quarter. So anything can happen here. Janet Johnson for Jamaica, back to Patterson and McDonald again. 6-goal cushion for the Australians. Winner of this match to meet New Zealand in the final of the 8th Netball Championships. World titles. And Michelle Fiki to Dalwood. Costa Wag. Here's O'Donnell.
Advantage obstruction.
And it's that sort of unforced error that Australia will need to guard against. This match isn't over yet. Jamaica still in with a chance.
Offside there, Jamaica. Free pass for the Australians. Well, that was an unforced mistake. Could be a critical one, particularly with Wag so good in this situation.
Good feed from O'Donnell to Wag that time.
Australia by 7. Johnson, the captain, with the bomb up to McDonald.
Well, that looked too long, but she hauled it in.
Telescopic arms. 54 plays 48.
Jamaica will really have to pull out a magnificent defensive effort to see any changes here. They've already changed their goal defence.
Plays 48.
Valerie Blake, one of the veterans of the Jamaican team, coming on to goal defence for Jamaica, replacing Sharon Taylor. The rest of their line unchanged.
12 minutes to go in this final quarter.
And they're going to have to pull out something impressive, because otherwise a goal-for-goal encounter will simply leave Australia in the finals against New Zealand.
So it's Johnson. Across to Patterson and McDonald again. Oh, Kilkey got a little knock on the chin. 6-goal lead for Australia. But Jamaica's still dangerous. Carissa Dalwood for the Australians. The lead comes from Wag to O'Donnell. Wilson in the circle.
Replay called against Wilson. Brett Park very quick on that call.
Against Dalwood. Goalkeeper Patterson comes up.
And just a few unforced errors against Australia. A few umpiring calls, and Jamaica back in the hunt. Only 5 down.
And 11 minutes to go. Nervous times now for the Australian supporters as Jamaica bomb it up again to McDonald, but it was too far. Taylor just apologising for that one. Or it was Blake. This is McInnes.
Fast break from the Australians. Good hands between the attacking line. Onto Wilson. Yes!
Brilliant passage of play. Well, if you blinked there, you would have missed it. It was so fast.
Fast hands from the Australians. Dalwood to O'Donnell. Wag, double play to O'Donnell. And onto Wilson, the safe hands of the accurate Aussie shooter.
So 2 quick goals by the Australians. Again, steady. 7-goal lead. Connie Francis. 10 minutes remaining in this wonderful match between Australia and Jamaica. McDonald now to Francis.
I can't believe she offloaded that one, but Francis finally puts it through.
She would have had egg on her face if Australia had regained possession. But it's a 6-goal advantage for Jamaica. This is Dalwood. Looking for Wag. Back to O'Donnell and Wilson.
Oh, Wilson too good. You saw Wilson whispering in Wag's ear. She was changing the attacking formation, changing the leads between the 2 shooters so that Jamaica can't get a fix on any one pattern.
And this is Jenke to Dalwood. Here's O'Donnell, mid-court to Wilson. Dalwood. Wag and Dalwood in combination here.
contact against Katrina Wagg.
Obstruction advantage. Contact penalty Jamaica.
Contact advance through McInnes.
7-goal lead for Australia, 58 plays 51. The Jamaicans will come back.
Obstruction. Go and take
They'll lift another gear here, that's for sure. And I think Australia's aware of that. This is Johnson.
Doward rushes in to pressure the pass, but they find McDonald.
6-goal lead for Australia. And they want to try and maintain that advantage. Not allow the Jamaicans to get too close. O'Donnell across to Dalwood. Wilson calls. Fair way out. Wagg did well to try and keep it in play. But over the goal line. 6-goal lead for Australia.
Great grab from
Lindsay did
Lindsay.
well. This is Peterson. Taylor now. Oh, that's Blake.
And the O'Donnell, I was about to say the Australian defenders really flying. O'Donnell working a heart out through the midcourt.
Francis. Across to Patterson. The bounce pass to Francis.
Contact. Goal defence. Penalty.
And McDonald brings it closer. 58 to 53. It was a 7-goal lead for Australia at three-quarter time. It's now down to 5. We're halfway through this final quarter.
Centre third.
And Jamaica making their move here. Oh, great start from Filkey. And again, stepping rule against her. She has a grin on her face. She wasn't pleased at all. This is
Donald
McDonald.
forced to shoot. Nowhere to offload. What a shot from her. The furthest we've seen her shoot all match.
And the Jamaicans creeping closer. They're all looking at the clock. They're looking at the scoreboard. They see they trail by just 4. And this is Filkey for Australia. O'Donnell now. Wilson calls for it. Vicky Wilson. The Australians pleased to see that one go through. 5-goal lead, 7 minutes remaining. There's the bomb again for McDonald.
A little time wasted in that delivery. Up it went. The Jamaicans aware that the clock is ticking down under 7 minutes. They trail by 4.
And the Australians can't make mistakes here. They don't want a turnover. This is Dalwood and Wilson.
Dalwood doing well. Nearly 3 seconds against her, but she found Wilson.
6.5 minutes to go.
And remembering, Gordon, that New Zealand beat Jamaica by 5. Should Australia win their place through into the final, what a match we'll have on our hands.
Yes, it's going to be a magnificent contest. But what a deflection there to Francis. Superb stuff. 4-goal lead here for Australia. 6 minutes to go. It's shaping as a nail-biting finish, and that great deflection there from McDonald.
Great hands from McDonald.
Katrina Wagg, she wants this one. Rolls in.
Wagg nearly jumps to push that one on.
Australia have it by 5 inside the last 6 minutes of this semi-final.
Hauled in one-handed Patricia McDonald.
She's so good on the rebounds too. 61 plays 57. This is O'Donnell quickly onto Wagg. Dalwood there. And Wilson again. Australia by 5. And just over 5 minutes left in the match. Jamaicans really hanging in there though. McDonald again. The defenders went up. Filkey and Debris.
What a jump from Filkey. She got right up to knock that through.
Francis from the baseline. Back to Francis. And McDonald says, I'll have it. Contact there against Filkey. So it's back to a 4-goal margin for Australia. It looks as though it's going to be possibly a similar score to Jamaica-New Zealand match where New Zealand got there by 5, 68-63. And this is Dalwood. And O'Donnell. Wilson now. Nice drive from her and a little short. And now Wilson will finish. 63 plays 58, just over 4 minutes remaining.
Well, Jamaica will run out of time.
And they've turned the ball over. They're starting to panic now, Anne.
Well, they realise only 4 minutes left on the clock. They have to make 3 centre pass breaks, 3 turnovers. That's assuming they can convert from their centre pass.
And now it's O'Donnell, Australia. Well, this has been a marvellous effort by the Australian team. Vicky Wilson's been so steady up front. 9 out of 13 in the first quarter, 12 out of 16 in the second, 16 out of 18 in the third, and they really counted in that third quarter, and she's made them count again in this last term. It's desperation time for Jamaica. Johnson, the captain.
Here's the turnover through a contact call against Vicky Wilson. 3.5 minutes.
Crumbs picked up, though, by Janet Johnson, and McDonald now.
5
goals the difference. There's still an outside chance of winning the match, Jamaica, but they'll need everything to go their way. 3 minutes to go. Back to Johnson. Patterson. Francis calls for it. Bad pass there from Patterson.
Fast
That
break
might have
from
been the last
Australia.
chance.
Yes, Vicky Wilson, Australia, 6th the lead.
I think we can say Australia is through. Oh, a nasty
Break to
collision.
Wilson. She puts it through for Australia.
And just while that replay was happening, a nasty collision there with O'Donnell popping a forearm on the chin. Thought she was going to lose her head. 2 minutes 44 to go on the clock.
Contact penalty, Australia.
Australia leading 65-59. Wait for the whistle, says the umpire. Shirley O'Donnell probably not thinking too clearly at the moment after that big hit.
She's
And
come
this
through
is
this
Wag.
game well.
The Australians know they have it now. 66 plays 59. But a sterling performance from Jamaica.
And spare a thought for Aussie coach Joyce Brown. She's watched a very physical match, a very close game, seen her players on the deck many times. And they have to back up tomorrow night against the reigning world champions, New Zealand.
Which won't be easy after, as you say, such a physical match. And a toss-up here between goalkeeper Peterson.
Well, neither player
Wilson.
prepared to concede.
Wilson, as you can see here, is much taller. But Peterson snatched. Less than 2 minutes to go. Australia leading by 6. Peterson now for Jamaica. Lindsay, away to Patterson. That's Blake, the experienced player who came on for this last quarter. McDonald over the back. 5 goals the difference. Australia have it. Centre pass for Jamaica. They can bring it back
Up
to
to
4
McDonald.
here. McDonald again. She couldn't hold that one
penalty.
down.
No penalty. It's an Australian throw-in. The Aussies have it.
Heroic defence again from the Australians. Fielke leading the way. This is Wilson rubbing it in.
And it's just what the doctor ordered, an Australia-New Zealand grand final for this World Championship, the traditional rivals in netball. But a great effort from Jamaica.
Penalty, Jamaica.
Now they go ahead through Johnson. Yes, it has been a marvellous performance by the Jamaicans. They've really taken it to the Australian team right from the opening whistle. And we're now inside the last minute. McDonald across to Francis. 62 for Jamaica. They're 1 short of their total that they managed against New Zealand. And so is Australia, 1 short of New Zealand's total. 67 plays 62. Contact there against Connie Francis. So Australia still leading by 5. The match is safe for the Australians. They're through to the final. Wilson slowing things down to Fielke. Now Wag and O'Donnell.
Contact goalkeeper.
Well, they're doing as they like now, the Australians. Just slowing it down. Wilson up to 68.
She's had. Time is up. Australia have done it. They're in the final.
This is Katrina Wag, and that's it. The entertainment centre has erupted. Near capacity crowd. They're giving the Australians a standing ovation, but I think they're also saluting This Jamaican team, as all of the players now shoulder arms, Australia defeating Jamaica by 68-62, and an uncanny resemblance to the score that New Zealand beat Jamaica 68-63. Great win, Australia.